If you're watching this, I know you guys are thinking, Matt, your beard looks amazing. How'd you do it? Never seen you with a beard. I've never seen myself with a beard either. Um, no, but all jokes aside, I'm trying to be lighthearted, but I wanted to come here and talk to you guys of something that's been going on in my life right now. Here's an update of what's been going on with me. I haven't been posting lately. I haven't been going anywhere lately. It's been a difficult time. Um, Also, sorry if I check my watch so often. It's because I check my heart rate. Um, so I'm kind of mad, kind of upset. Sorry, let me take a breath. You know, for months and months and months, I had these like weird feelings going on in my body, right? And I would go to doctors. This is pretty much like long story short. And they just kept telling me it's anxiety. It's anxiety, it's anxiety, it's anxiety. And I knew it wasn't. I knew it wasn't. But they just kept telling me that, prescribed me medication, whatever. I never took it because I was like, if I have anxiety, I'm going to handle it the healthy way, the right way. But I always knew, something in my body just knew it wasn't anxiety. And, you know, it got to a point where I started seeing two different like therapists because I was like, okay, you know what? I started to believe it. Like, what if it is anxiety, right? And then boom, out of nowhere, my health took a toll. And it was frustrating. The stuff that I was dealing with has been so intense. Well, where can I even go with this? Pretty much, okay, so pretty much, luckily, before anything got worse, I did blood work with a different place instead of Kaiser, some place called Next Health, because they do more of an extensive blood work test, right? They check for heavy metals, they check for hormone imbalances, food sensitivities, all this stuff. And it shows that I was high in heavy metals, right? But I didn't know what to do with that information, right? Like, I just didn't know. And, you know, throughout that time, because they're supposed to call me, tell me, like, how can I get rid of these heavy metals and all this stuff. But the appointments were like weeks out, right? And throughout that time, I kept going to the ER. I kept going to urgent care. I kept feeling these feelings of like, my heart would be pounding. I would feel, or in those moments, it would be feeling of like, of just like out of body almost. Wouldn't be able to feel arms, legs. What else? I would feel there's heavy feelings of like unbalance. You know, it almost felt like if I had one leg shorter than the other, or if the world was uneven. Like it was so strange. And Kaiser, they kind of pissed me off because they would always tell me it's anxiety, it's anxiety. You know, they just kept waving it off. But I knew within me, I'm like, no, this can't be right. Like, I know it's not anxiety. I know what anxiety feels like. Don't get me wrong. I do feel like that was part of the problem way before. But I was like, this is different. This is very, very different. And then boom, out of nowhere, one night, heart starts pounding. And it doesn't stop for like a solid 15, 20 minutes. Wouldn't stop. And I've never felt as bad to call the ambulance before. This day I had to. And they came, did nothing. They're like, it sounds like an anxiety attack. Whatever. I slept it off that night. The following days after that, in those moments, my health was just like this. It got to a point, my eyes were yellow, extremely, extremely yellow. The unbalance in my body was even more extreme. Weakness as well going on. And it got to a point where they had to push me around in a wheelchair. And that was absolutely insane to me. I had to be pushed around in a wheelchair and go to Kaiser still for the ER to still tell me it's anxiety. are you kidding me? I had one of the ladies, the doctor, she was telling me, she was like, oh, I see that you're having difficulties walking, but we're not going to give you any scans. We're not going to give you any head scans, even though I asked for one. They're supposed to give you one if you ask, but she's like, we can admit you to the hospital, and then you can have physical therapy tomorrow, and then we can see and talk about head scans. And I'm like, really? Physical therapy for what? I didn't hurt myself. Like this just, I don't even know what's going on. And throughout this time, the feelings that I was getting were absolutely insane. And to describe it best, and I'm gonna attach a clip after this, so because someone else has dealt with the same thing. It felt like I went to war, the opposing side got captured me, and started torturing me.
Can't fathom it. You simply cannot fathom it, and you will just may dismiss what I'm saying as reasonable. But panic and biochemical panic is not like anything you've ever experienced, like getting nervous before talking to you guys or getting nervous before talking to a woman. There are levels of panic and pain and despair that are so much greater than anything you could ever imagine. And even me, I have seen other people suffer in mental hospitals more than I, in that one visit in the hospital, more than I probably have ever suffered. But my point is that it's just not fathomable unless you've experienced it, and you don't want to. But it's not a matter of willpower. It's not a matter of get a hold of your thoughts, dude, or get a job, dude. It's all that is total, utter bullshit. When
It's been suffering. It's been suffering. And what's frustrating is that Kaiser just kept saying it's anxiety. And throughout that suffering, thank God. I mean, I'm lucky, God helped me through that suffering. My family was always there for me every single day. But throughout that suffering, feelings of hopelessness, feelings of, it would honestly, I don't even want to say it, but those feelings felt like death. And I had to still be an advocate for myself because no one was doing anything. I started doing a bunch of research on heavy metals. Luckily, I did that test before anything got worse. And then I scheduled appointments with like 4 different functional medicine doctors. And they're like, well, Matt, like, you have heavy metal toxicity. And then, even then, some of the doctors, like, I still had to wait for appointments. I still had to wait for them to send me any supplements that, like, start detoxing. I had to keep waiting for even more blood work and all this stuff. I'm like, how long can I keep waiting? Like, it's suffering. It's suffering. I can't just sit here and do nothing. So on top of that, I changed my entire diet. I changed everything that I took out: gluten, dairy. I don't really normally drink alcohol, but that was already out. Sugars, processed foods, everything. I just started eating straight chicken and veggies, right? And the veggies that I found all work together to detoxify or take out heavy metals from the body. But anyways, I finally found a doctor, and she's like, Matt, she's like, come in today. Thank God, right? And she's like, let's get started now. So I go, we start the whole process of this detox, and even on top of that, we still had to do more testing because that heavy metal test that I did before wasn't accurate as it should be. And then, so we still did another one, and come to find out my mercury levels were through the roof. So I've had mercury poisoning, right? And again, it's toxicity, it's poison in your body. On top of that, there's this thing called leaky gut. My gut is open, and she believes that's from me getting sick in Bali, having food poisoning, and I'm throwing up diarrhea, all this stuff. And that opened up my gut lining. Now, like, vitamins, minerals won't stay in. And not only that, but the heavy metals are floating around even more, causing more toxicity, right? So whatever, we start process, And you know, thank God, I'm telling you. And on top of this, praying every single day. Without God, who knows? Who really knows? But it's been so hard, and I wanted to make this video for awareness, because listen to your body and be an advocate for yourself. Because I mean, thankfully now I'm I'm walking again. Even though there's times it can be difficult. I mean, you still see me check my Apple Watch to check my heartbeat, because you know there's times it just launches up to like 140 for no reason. But really be an advocate for yourself, and listen to your body. Your body tells you, and I knew with all my core that it wasn't anxiety. It wasn't anxiety. And then for it to get that bad is absolutely insane. Can you only imagine if we had caught that way before at Kaiser, and I wouldn't have to be pushed around in a wheelchair. Like it's been insane, or having these difficulties. But even now, thank God, I'm here. I'm walking. I'm breathing. I'm breathing. Thank God I'm alive. I mean, it's been so hard, and it's still hard. Um, Currently done 3 sessions of my detox with this doctor. They put me on. They hooked me up to an IV, and they put this thing called chelation. They chelate the heavy metals out, which takes out the heavy metals of your cells, and then they add on glutathione, which the heavy metals can attach to, and it can flush out your body properly. Because if your heavy metals are just out, it has nowhere to go. Your body doesn't know how to process these things, and so you need that binder, you know, to still take things out, or to have it flush out properly. I think, you know, before I was just eating foods to take out heavy metals, which is why my eyes were so yellow, because my liver didn't know how to detox it. You know, thankfully my eyes aren't that yellow anymore. But yeah, be an advocate for yourself. Thank God I'm going through this process, and I'm healing. I'm healing day by day, day by day. It's been steady. It's been difficult, but I'm still healing. You know, I mean, even now, I mean, thankfully, like I said, I could walk, but mornings are so difficult. I find very, very difficult. You know, shortness of breath, again, palpitations, still some like unbalanced feelings, you know. I've been spending a lot of the time in my bed and just doing research, still doing research. And there's a lot of things that work together, you know. There's people, so mind you, there's people with high heavy metals, but there's other things that cause it to make toxicity to your body, right? Chronic stress. Again, how I said, like how I got food poisoning, you know, that leaky gut. And all this stuff add on to it. And the reason I also had a chronic stress was because I didn't know what was going on in my body. I had this feeling, and every day I would wake up like, should I go to the hospital? I don't know what to do. And they just, it's anxiety. It's anxiety. Like, it's so dumb, you know. But thank God we're in this process right now. We're healing day by day. I want to make this video just in case anybody knows anyone who knows about these things. I have an idea of like parasites. There might be parasites in my body. I'm not too sure, but I do know that parasites, heavy metal, leaky gut, all these things work together, you know. But you have to handle them in order to heal properly and to take things out of your body properly. But yeah, so I wanted to make this video, tell you guys, you know, this is what's been going on with me in my life and my process, and also for help. If anyone knows any holistic doctors, functional medicine doctors, or anyone they could plug me with who know, you know, this type of things like heavy metal toxicity, leaky gut, and parasites, just if you can send them my way or show them this video or share it, I don't know. And I found this dude, his name is like Josh Mason, but even then, like, I mean, I'm doing my process with my doctor, but you know, I still feel like it's so slow. Like, I feel like I could be doing more, and I want to be like my own advocate, you know, like whatever I can do now while I'm on top of that process. And yeah, so I found this guy Josh Mason, and he went through the same thing. And the clip that I added, it was him speaking of how it felt like. And you know, if anyone could connect me with him, that would be amazing. I'm trying my best, but all these people, like who have dealt with these things, just have programs. They just charge people, which I find ridiculous. Like, you want to help people, yeah, cool, we make money, but once I figure this out and I know how to do this properly, I'm just posting everything online and helping people for free, because there's no way. I don't want people to struggle and go through what I had went through, or still am going through, because I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy. You guys, I'm telling you, the feelings are, it's literally suffering. Um, I have, so luckily, luckily I know what's going on, and I'm in this process now, but I just wanted to raise some awareness and make this video for anyone else who might be going through the same things and need help and don't know where to start. And so, yeah, it's been so difficult, but we're healing every day. Thank God. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm blessed. Shout out to my family. My mom's been a superstar throughout this whole process, cooking for me and everything, like the certain foods that I need. My family checks in on me regularly. And yeah, I'm telling you guys, it's no joke. And it's been difficult, and it's been a slow and steady process, but we're healing. Thank God. Again, thank God. Thank God. I can't stress that enough. God saved my life. He saved my life. But just be an advocate for yourself. Listen to your body and do the research, because if you don't, then no one else will, and everyone's just going to brush things away from you. Thank you guys for watching, viewing, subscribing. I'll see you guys later. Peace. And I'm going to try to keep you guys updated throughout this whole process, but it's also difficult to make these videos in this time, but I'm going to be doing my best documenting this thing. Thank you guys. I'll see you later. Oh, and also people would always tell me, Matt, it's your mind. It's your mind. Just breathe. Relax. Get your mind off things. Be distracted. Like, you guys don't understand. You really don't understand what it feels like. And it's not that easy. And I wish it was. I really do. But it's not. It's literally poison in your body. And it's your body fighting itself. And it's literally causing toxicity within you. And it's literally agony inside your entire body, like inside, within. Outside it may look fine, but within it's a whole different monster. I just wanted to add that on, because that shit would be so annoying.